are the students of Lyceum number 3 named after Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin.
And we are from Saratov, a city that treasures lost masterpieces of the Renaissance.
It is here that a painting by Giorgio Vazari, who invented the term Renaissance himself, was found not so long ago.
One of his most significant ones is the Triumph of the Bacchus, which carries a socially significant meaning that Giorgio Vazari laid for the youth of that time.
The god Bacchus is depicted in the center of the picture, the Roman god of agriculture, wine and fertility, equivalent to the Greek god Dionysus.
He is surrounded by his retinue. They are young, graceful and glorified Dionysus, as he holds a cup of wine as an indicator of the first harvest.
In contrast to the youth with the Bacchantes, the demon of the forest Silenus is depicted. As we can see, he is fat, drunk, and drinks not from a cup like the god Dionysus, but directly from a jug.
In his right hand he holds a donkey, a symbol of insignificance, drunkenness and debauchery. Thus, Vazari seems to indicate that fun is appropriate in youth, but the right side demonstrates what it will result in adulthood. So this masterpiece was considered lost for centuries. Where was it found?
The painting itself was completed in the mid-16th century. It was presumably commissioned by the Medici, at whose court Giorgio Vasari worked. Then it ended up in the collection of very rich Florentine bankers Durini, and in the middle of 19th century, 1859, was sold at auction.
Passions at the auction were running rampant. The representative of the Russian Hermitage named the highest price for the lot. But then why is Vazari's masterpiece not there now? How did it end up in Saratov? The actual reason is Boголюбов, who was fascinated by public art museums in France, where everyone could see works of art regardless of social status or wealth. His dream was to build something similar in Russia, and that's how the Radищev Art Museum appeared in Saratov, within the walls of which we are now.
At that time, scandalous The Triumph of the Bacchus was among the first exhibits. Upon the painting's arrival in St. Petersburg, art historians declared it to be a forgery, claiming that it was painted by an imitator of Vazari. Since then, the masterpiece has been considered lost in Europe, and the unsuccessful Italian purchase was sent to Saratov at Boголюбов's personal request.
A new turn in the history of the Triumph of the Bacchus took place in 1964, when an Italian researcher published an article regretting the loss of the painting. She claimed that it had disappeared after the auction and its whereabouts were unknown. At the same time, in Russia, the life of the painting had only just begun after the Italian auction. Thus, the two stories came together, setting the record straight. Eventually, an ultraviolet trace, X-ray, microscopic and chemical analysis were carried out. The examination confirmed that the work was indeed written in Italy in the mid-16th century.
No matter that, the painting wasn't returned to the Hermitage of Italy because of its enormous size and the risk of its destruction while transportation. Moreover, in 1884, Emperor Alexander III donated it to the Boголюбов connection with the explicit statement, without the right of alienation. This means that the Triumph of the Bacchus will forever remain the main gem of the Saratov Radищev Art Museum.